Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss some advanced organic transformations by lithium aluminum hydride. So I have drawn the structures of the compound to save some times. So let us consider the first example where we have to reduce this particular CHO group in presence of an amide functionality. So as we have to choose a suitable reaction condition, the reducing agent will be obviously lithium aluminum hydride. The solvent will be THF, which is basically this molecule, and temperature is reduced to 0 degrees centigrade. So this basically facilitates the selective reduction of this aldehyde group. If you increase the temperature, the reduction of this particular amide group will take place, and that's why at these reaction conditions you will get this compound where only the aldehyde group has been reduced. In the next example, we have only functional group which can be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride. There are no competitive functional groups present. So simply lithium aluminum hydride in THF solvent, the temperature is little bit increased because the carbon atom of this carboxylic acid functional group is less electrophilic. You know why this is so? Because due to the presence of the conjugation of this oxygen lone pair and the carbonyl functional group, and that's why little bit increased heating condition is required, and it will give us the corresponding reduced product. The next example involves the reduction of a amide group. So here no other functional group is present, so simply treatment of lithium aluminum hydride in either diethyl ether or THF, and the temperature here is basically room temperature, that is 25 degrees centigrade. Why this is so? Because amide is not deactivated like carboxylic acid, so heating is not required. However, amide is not activated like aldehyde or ketones, and that's why room temperature is required. Otherwise low temperature is suitable like 0 degrees centigrade, just like the above example. Okay, so this will be the condition and it will give us this particular amine, right? The next example is very interesting. Here two functional groups are there, and these basically known as alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds. So here we have a alkene as well as a aldehyde group. So if you simply treat this compound with lithium aluminum hydride at a room temperature in THF solvent, we will get this compound where two functional groups will be reduced, and the mechanism is established to be like this, where initially what will happen, lithium aluminum hydride will donate one hydride to this particular aldehyde center, which will generate this alkoxide, which will be attached with the aluminum center, and the other three hydrides will be also there. Aluminum will be negatively charged, lithium will be there. The next step is the attack by this hydride into this particular carbon center, and this double bond will break and it will immediately attack the aluminum center, and this will produce this 5-membered intermediate. Right, so 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we have also two hydride left, so they will also react with another molecule of alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, and this will give us a bicyclic intermediate. This one, and this is actually verified by experimental evidence. So after this step, if you perform the aqueous workup, that is in presence of dilute acid and water, it will degrade and it will produce the corresponding alcohol where all the functional groups will be reduced. So these type of reactions are not very important in terms of synthetic chemistry point of view, because for valuable reactions we need the chemoselectivity, that is, we have to reduce or we have to react one functional group and we have to protect the remaining functional group, and this can be explained by this transformation where we have to reduce this particular aldehyde group and we have to keep this double bond intact after the reaction is complete. So for that, several conditions can be applied. First of all, we can reduce the temperature, and this will allow the chemoselectivity to take place. So lithium aluminum hydride in diethyl ether and minus 10 degrees centigrade temperature have found to be sufficient to reduce this particular aldehyde group in presence of the alkene functionality. The second modification is if you react it with alane. So this compound is known as alane. So if you react this compound with alane, then you can also get this compound. But alane is highly reactive, so it can only be prepared in situ. So if you take aluminum chloride and react it with 3 equivalent of lithium aluminum hydride, then you will get alane formed in situ, and which will then react with this particular carbonyl group. The mechanism of the reaction in case of alane is totally different than that of lithium aluminum hydride. And the next modification is the use of dival H. So what is dival H? It is diisobutyl alane. The structure is like this, where 2 isobutyl group is attached with the aluminum center. So here the noticing thing is only one hydride is attached with alane or the aluminum center. So in case of alane or in case of dival H, the mechanisms will be the same. So I am considering only dival H, and initially what will happen, this aldehyde oxygen will interact by donating its electron pair to the aluminum center. So here is our isobutyl groups, here is hydrogen. So initially it will undergo Lewis acid base type of interaction, which will produce this intermediate. Right. So here you can see that this particular carbonyl functional group is highly activated. So in the next step, what will happen, this hydride will be shifted over this carbonyl center, this bond will break, oxygen will be neutralized, and you will get the reduced product. Okay, so there are no possibility of further reduction because aluminum has no hydride left. So last step is obviously the aqueous workup. You can also use acidified water to work up, and the final product will be the alcohol compound, alpha beta unsaturated alcohol compound. Okay, so this is the mechanism. Let us consider this particular molecule, which is ethyl acetoacetate. So if you want, so look carefully that ethyl acetoacetate possesses two functionality. One is this particular ketone and the other is this particular ester functional group. So here many alternative routes we can choose to produce different type of organic compounds. So if you want to selectively reduce this particular keto compound, keto functional group, and you want to make this particular compound, then you cannot use lithium aluminum hydride because lithium aluminum hydride will reduce both these functional groups, and for that you need sodium borohydride. If you consider the series of the carbonyl groups, that is aldehyde, ketone, ester, amide, and carboxylic acid, then sodium borohydride can reduce only ketone and aldehyde. These other functional groups sodium borohydride cannot reduce. However, lithium aluminum hydride will reduce all these functional groups. Okay, so using this difference in the chemical reactivity, we can selectively transform ethyl acetate into the corresponding alcohol where the ester group will be intact. Solvent will be obviously either methanol or ethanol, and the temperature will be normal room temperature. However, if you want to apply lithium aluminum hydride, then we have just discussed what will happen. Both the functional groups will be reduced. So this is the case when lithium aluminum hydride is the reducing agent. The solvent will be THF and you can perform the reaction at room temperature. However, lowering the temperature will not preserve this particular ester functional group. And the last transformation is interesting, where you have to keep intact the ketone functional group and you are interested in reducing the ester functional group. However, you can easily do this transformation if you first transform this particular ethyl acetate into the corresponding acetal by reacting it with this 1,2-diol in presence of dry HCl. You will obviously get this compound. And now you can perform the reduction because the acetal moiety will be unaffected in presence of lithium aluminum hydride. Solvent will be THF, no problem, room temperature. You will get this derivative where the ester group will be reduced, and the last step will be of course the aqueous workup. So here H3O plus in presence of dilute acid, this group will be destroyed or removed and you will get this particular compound. So these three transformations are very interesting. The next one is another interesting one where you have to reduce this particular ketone group in presence of an alkene group. So here the modification is basically the reduction by sodium borohydride in presence of cerium chloride in methanol, and the temperature is room temperature, and this reaction is known as Lucci reaction. The mechanism I will discuss in another video. This video is not for the mechanism purpose, so here only transformations will be shown. So using these reaction conditions you can obtain this particular compound where only the ketone group will be reduced. However, if you simply perform this reaction by sodium borohydride, then you will get definitely a mixture of this alcohol as well as this alcohol where all the functional groups is basically reduced. So why this product is forming in the reaction medium? We have to remember that due to the softness of the hydride attached with this boron center in sodium borohydride, these hydrides basically behave as nucleophile, a very good nucleophile, and that's why the hydride will attack here as well as here. Okay, so cerium chloride, by adding cerium chloride, what will happen? The softness of this hydride will be reduced and the hardness will be increased. I will discuss that in my separate video. So that is the main reason why the 1,2 addition product. So this is basically 1,2 addition product, and that is why 1,2 addition product is measured when cerium chloride is used along with sodium borohydride. The next example is also the example of the Lucci reaction. So here the reaction condition is basically sodium borohydride in presence of cerium chloride, 7H2O, methanol in presence of water, and the temperature is minus 15 degree centigrade. And if we apply these reaction conditions, then we will get this particular product where the double bond will be intact, the aldehyde group will be intact, and selectively the ketone functional group will be reduced. So the main reason why the aldehyde group is basically surviving, because it actually forms the hydrated form, which is this one. So water molecule basically reacts with this aldehyde functional group, which is more reactive than the ketone, and this hydrate will be formed in the reaction medium, and this will be complexed with cerium chloride, and that's why this particular carbon center will be not reduced during the process, and after the workup step, acidic workup, this hydrated form will be converted into the corresponding aldehyde form. So this is the main reason why this aldehyde group is surviving. The same reason will apply in this case also, where we can apply the same reaction conditions. So here also the aldehyde group will be survived after the reaction is complete. The next example is also interesting. So here if you perform this transformation in presence of calcium chloride, and if you take the reducing agent as sodium borohydride, you will get the reduced product where the ester group will be reduced basically, and the amide group will be protected. So here calcium chloride is interacting with this particular ester functional group, and thereby it is activating the carbon oxygen double bond in the ester functional group, and that's why it is basically increasing the electrophilicity, and thereby sodium borohydride attack of the sodium borohydride facilitated during the reaction. The next example is the reduction of camphor. If we treat camphor with lithium aluminum hydride, then we will get this product, where the OH group will be in the exo position, because the hydride from lithium aluminum hydride always try to approach from this side. However, due to presence of these two methyl groups, the approach is basically hindered due to steric repulsion, and the hydride is basically forced to come from the endo position, and we are getting the exo alcohol. Okay. However, in the next example where these two methyl groups are no more, you will get this particular compound, where the hydride can now approach from this side, and we are getting the endo alcohol. So this is the exo alcohol, this is the endo alcohol. Our next example is the cyclohexanone derivative. So here is a cyclohexanone where in the 4 position we having a tertiary butyl group at the equatorial position. So if we treat this compound with lithium aluminum hydride, we will get a mixture of products where the formation of the equatorial alcohol is favored, because the approach of the hydride from the axial position is always favored during the reduction process, and here are no sterically bulky groups to basically block the approach of this hydride, and that's why the formation of this product is the major compound, and that's why this particular product is major and this is minor. However, if there are some groups which can inhibit the approach of the hydride, then we will get the opposite product as the major compound. So in this case, this will be our minor compound, and this will be the major compound, because the hydride is now approaching from this position, and that's why this will be the major compound. We can also impose more steric crowding by increasing the size of the reducing agent. So if we replace lithium aluminum hydride by this particular reducing agent, where the boron center is basically containing one hydride and three secondary butyl groups. Secondary butyl group is this one. Okay, so you can imagine if the hydride is basically coming from this position, then how much steric repulsion it will face, and that's why solely this product is obtained. Greater than 99%. Trace amount of this product you can get. Okay, so these are the transformation for this video. More transformations will be discussed in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.